Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Retro Bliss, and you are on the Retro Bliss Rewind podcast. Welcome. We're going to have a good show tonight. We're going to talk about our favorite ColecoVision games, our top 5. And so this isn't like a poll, but we would love for you guys to share your thoughts on our choices and what your choices would be. So without further delay, let's just bring the panel in. Mike from Mike's Gaming Gala.
Hello.
Not new to the Retro Bliss Rewind podcast, Mr. Poestyle. I am so happy to have Poe on tonight. What's going on, man?
Weekly dose of Mr. Poestyle. Could be weekly.
So we were talking in the green room prior to us getting on. You know, the ColecoVision, they had some original games, but for me, it was like that was the console for like ports, and they did it well for the time, in comparison to like the 2600 or the Intellivision. It just was the games were just great.
It was where you went for the highest quality arcade ports. The 5200 kind of tried to go there too. But ColecoVision is really known for its arcade ports.
Yeah, and also like ones that you didn't really see on all the other systems at the time,
Yeah, and so I never had a ColecoVision.
Phil,
Sir.
Jeremiah Thomas has really bad news.
Oh no, what is that?
ColecoVision does not have Activision Space Shuttle Journey into Space.
Oh, I was
astonished. I was astonished how much I love that game. For those of you who
you guys have fun,
watch Saturday's live stream either on my channel or on Phil's. Watch that back. Jeremiah was my commander.
You guys had fun. I could tell, man. It was a good live stream. I like that. So,
sorry, you were saying you didn't have a ColecoVision. Neither did I.
I did not. And I got lucky. I found a ColecoVision on Marketplace, and our good buddy Brian from B.D. Retro Mods, he lives here in Ohio, and so I shipped him my ColecoVision, and he AV modded it for me, and so I've got an AV modded ColecoVision, and I just recently got an Atari Max multi-cart for it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so that I haven't done an exhaustive test on there, but pretty much anything that I have on there, including the super game module ROMs, work pretty well on that. And so, but I up until then, I had never really played other than maybe through emulation or something. But yeah, I mean, I don't have any nostalgia for it. But man, I would have loved to have one of those back in the day.
Ooh, Tony D, I would have loved to have one as well. I loathe the ColecoVision controller, the stock ColecoVision controller.
Oh,
it's a very stiff stick, and it's right stiff at the top. The Poe is going to make a joke now, which is warranted.
Well, I was just thinking the whole push up to jump on Smurf just really stinks with that.
And the fact that the joystick is right at the top, but you hold it at the base. And it's such a stiff joystick that it keeps trying to pull out of your hand. I hate it.
Well, you and I have Brian's controller. And
yes, Brian saved the ColecoVision for me.
OG Hugo has a one as well. I have, and it works really good too.
OG Hugo does the gamepad. I got to get one of those Coleco gamepads off of him too.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. Yeah, I highly recommend it.
Something now, I didn't actually write one, but I will think about it, and I would say the three of us think about it during the show. Tony D would like us to give a least favorite game at the end.
I don't know that I would be able to give a good least favorite because I haven't played a lot of them. And another thing too, we're talking about the games that were released during the life of the console.
Yes,
there's a big homebrew community. I know Eduardo Mello of Opcode Games. He's got a lot of great games. He's one who does a super game module that you plug into it that I guess it expands the memory and whatnot. Man, there's some really good games, but we're not going to be talking about those tonight. So
yeah, but give some thought to a least favorite game.
I will do that. So why don't we
try to do it at the end?
Why don't we start? We'll do like we normally do. Start with Mike.
Sure.
Me, we'll just go clockwise like that until we get to our number ones.
All right. So I changed my mind. I am going to share my screen.
Okay.
But just to show what the ColecoVision version of it's like. But my number 5 is Tutankhamun. So one of my favorite releases from Champ Games is Tutankhamun Arcade. The 2600 version of Tutankhamun is an abomination. It's absolutely terrible. It's not Tutankhamun. There's a guy in a maze. He can shoot sideways, but for whatever reason, they decided to make that maze vertical. It's just absolutely terrible. The Intellivision version is decent, but the ColecoVision version is solid. And when I first picked up a ColecoVision in the late 90s, early 2000s, and this is one of the games that like immediately became one of my favorites at that point in time.
This is one of those games I had never played until John wrote the 2600 version, but it's a fun game. And if I'm being honest, I haven't played this version yet. So this looks really good.
It is, yeah, like graphically, and you can tell, like we were talking about how Coleco was kind of where you would go for the ports of arcades, and you can tell why. Like, you don't get these graphics on the 26. Like, don't get me wrong, Tutankhamun Arcade from Champ Games is phenomenal, but you don't get these kind of graphics on the 2600. You don't get them on the Intellivision. This was your ColecoVision primo stuff.
It looks great. It looks great. It kind of makes me appreciate the 2600 port from John, though, because I can tell that it's, I mean, obviously.
Yes, this is more modeled from the arcade, which is what John's trying to emulate. Yeah.
So, yeah. So it looks good. I think it's a good choice. I think it should belong in someone's top 5. Now that I'm looking at it, it looks really good. I'm going to have to check that out. All right, Poe, what you got, man? What's your number 5?
My number 5 is a launch title game. It's Cosmic Avenger. So a lot like Scramble, you know that game. And actually, it just came into my top 5 list after you guys told me you were doing this. So I went back and played some games, and I'm like, I like it a lot more now than I used to. So it's addictive. It's a fun game.
It's a good game. That's another one I haven't really played a lot of, but it's definitely a fun game, and I like Scramble, and so I'm sure that I would probably like it if I had played it more, but I just haven't done that.
Yeah, I've never been a big Scramble guy or Cosmic Avenger guy. I know it has a huge following though. And again, like I tend not to be a fan of games that I'm really terrible at. So
I'm just the opposite. I suck at all of them, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, that just makes an even playing field.
All right. Well, I'm gonna show you my number 5 is Mr. Do. Mr. Do.
Good game.
That is a great game. I love
Mr. man. I like this. I had a little reset here. I got trying to share my screen. I'm not really playing. I'm just kind of showing. But I like Mr. Do, and this is a really good version. I think they did this version very well. It plays good, sounds good. The gameplay is there as far as arcade accuracy. I think it's pretty darn close. So yeah, I like it.
Definitely
Mr. Do.
a good game.
Yeah.
Again, like there's your Mr. Do camp and there's your Dig Dug camp. And I know Mr. Do is more involved, but I've always been in the Dig Dug camp.
Yeah, I'm a Do guy. But I started with Mr. Do's Castle, the arcade cabinet, and that's when I fell in love.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I started with Dig Dug. Mr. Do is one of those games I hadn't played until later on, and then but I like it.
It has that familiar feel. Like there are a lot of games that have that, like even maybe not so much Boulder Dash, but even that kind of thing where you're just trying to collect stuff to clear screens. It's a very familiar feel, and it's a great version. I do like the kind of yo-yo ball that you shoot out through the caverns to kill anybody that's chasing you.
Yeah. So, all right, Mike. Well, we're at number 4 already. We're moving
We're at
right
number 4
along.
already. See, normally we would have BD Retro Mods here, but maybe he thinks that he's above this podcast because he's the one that saved ColecoVision for me, so he's just like a deity already.
Yeah, he's got a lot going on though. I get it, man. He's got a lot going on right now. So we miss him, but we'll be all right. So I do love the ColecoVision though, and it's a good console to talk about. So, but number 4. What's your number 4, Mike?
My number 4. Okay, so we talked about how the ColecoVision is known for arcade ports and great arcade ports. This is the only one on my list that isn't an arcade port, and in fact, it is not a common one, but it's one I like quite a lot, and I am willing to bet that neither of you two guys have ever heard of it. Because everybody I try to talk to about this game has never heard of it. It is, here, let me hit play on this. Alcazar, the Forgotten Fortress.
An adventure game.
So
I do not own this one.
it's not common. It is so you have to get through a series of castles to get to the end and beat the game. You saw maybe you saw like there's this whole map screen, right? So you can choose which castles you move to get to this big guy right here. But imagine like Legend of Zelda, like you could see where like this predates Legend of Zelda, and it's got kind of that same pretend 3D look to it. And there you go, falling down the cliff. Whoever's playing here isn't very good. They don't know what doors not to go into. But it's like Legend of Zelda, but you have a gun.
Nice.
And it's hard to explain, but it's a really, really fun game. And that
looks really good for an original library game, without the game module.
This might be the Atom version. I'm not sure, but as you can see with the 1985 at the bottom there, it is a late release.
Yeah.
But it's excellent. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I would recommend. If I'm not mistaken, it's a very expensive cartridge to pick up. But if you have an emulator, I would absolutely recommend giving it a try.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
The rare, it's either rare or bad. If it's hard to find, it's either rare or bad.
More on
Right.
Well,
And
and
so it looks
sometimes
like
it's
it's
rare
good,
and
so-
bad, but this is pretty rare and good.
Yep, there you go. So I like it. Looks good.
Yeah.
I'll have to try that.
It's a lot of fun.
All right, Poe. Number 4, man.
My gosh, I'm going to look like a very basic B word because Mike is leading the way here. And
Well, that's the only obscure one that's on my list.
I like this one for a different reason, and that's Turbo. Because you have the expansion module to the steering wheel that this was packed in with. And I didn't have that as a kid. And if I would have had that, I mean, I was an Atari lover, but if I would have had a steering wheel and a pedal and the controller for a shifter, I would have gone nuts for that as a kid.
I love that steering wheel accessory. Have you ever tried to play Dukes of Hazzard with it?
Yeah, I did that on my channel a few years ago.
Oh, that's right. I watched you play it. I am so terrible at that Dukes of Hazzard game. I'm not good at Turbo Arcade Turbo either.
Right.
But
it is fun, and there is a good homebrew. Can't mention here, but that I did get that uses that as well from ColecoVision, and really good game too.
Oh, you still can't mention what the homebrews that you get from the pack?
We won't mention it. That might be an upcoming video, right? We'll save it. We'll save it.
Oh, yes. Well, top secret.
But Turbo, yeah, another one, Cosmic Avenger Turbo. I'm very basic this week, guys, but I'm loving the original library. So I'm glad you guys brought this up.
And I'm glad you're here. Thank you for sharing your favorites, man.
Well, do you want to tell us why Turbo is one of your favorite? Is it because of the accessory?
Mostly because of the accessory. Yeah. If I would have had that as a kid instead of, Night Driver is definitely a 9 out of 10 game for the 2600, but Turbo it jumps it right up there because you have a stereo.
Poe, there's a little crap on your nose.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh my God.
So talking about Alcazar, I believe. So basically rip on the Dragon Slayer series. No, I don't get that from it. It's kind of its own thing enough that, but I mean, in every game could be called a rip on something else. Except for Space Invaders. Space Invaders is pure, right, Poe?
Yeah, it's the best. 10 out of 10.
Wow, that it's just growing. That
All right. Well, my number 4, I'm gonna bring it to the stage here. And don't laugh at me, guys, but I like Q*bert.
I'm not gonna laugh at you.
I like it. It's a good port. It's fun. Graphically, it's good. The gameplay's good. I couldn't imagine trying to play this with the original controller. I'll tell you that.
Sorry, I just had to put Jeremiah's comment up there. He was very happy with Mr. Poestyle.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm a Q*bert kind of guy. I like Q*bert. Even the ports for the 2600, the original, and then the Ruby Q homebrew, which is phenomenal for the 2600. But this is pretty good. I mean, like I said, these are ports that if I would have had this as a kid, man, it'd been on. I would have loved it. But
look at that, Parker Brothers made the list twice already.
Isn't that something?
Parker Brothers, in all honesty, I think Parker Brothers, and they're going to be, spoiler alert, there's one next too. But Parker Brothers really knocked it out of the park for the ColecoVision on a lot of titles.
They did.
On the 2600, most of them are pretty decent, but some of them are a little questionable. But ColecoVision, I mean, I guess they had a little more to work with, so
yeah,
they used it.
Well, I like it. I like this one. So what's your number 3? We're at number 3 now, right? So
we're at number 3 already. I think we're really missing that that fourth person. B-Dog, we're calling you out. Okay, so this one, anybody who knows me knows I love this game. Oh, I got to switch to this tab. There we go. It's Frogger. Now when I was a kid, I played the 2600 version over and over and over and over and over again. I love Frogger. The arcade is my favorite, but this is a really, really good version of Frogger on the ColecoVision, especially if you're using like an aftermarket controller like OG Hugo or BD Retro Mods or whatever. Because I imagine this would be a huge pain in the ass with the original controller. But the reason I like this one so much is you can see at the top left there, it has, of every version I've ever played, the most forgiving left spot.
Oh yeah, because definitely.
Because in all other versions, it's like right on the edge, and you got to like time to get on that log just at the perfect time.
Yep.
So this version of Frogger, I can get, in terms of level, I can get way further. And this person, whoever's YouTube video I'm using, they are not good at Frogger, but you can see too, like the graphics are awesome. The rich, colorful. The music does play while you're playing, which is really big part of the Frogger experience. One of my favorite ports of Frogger.
It's good. It's good. Yeah, it's
and
definitely
yet another
a great
Parker
port
Brothers.
of it. Yeah.
And I always love ColecoVision's colors, compared to the other systems at the time.
They're super bright, and that's like the 5200 was a pretty strong contender graphically, but from the color palette,
Yeah.
ColecoVision really nailed it.
It's good. Good choice. Good choice. Okay, Poe, you're number 3.
Okay, and just like I was telling you guys, like space games weren't my favorite back in the day. Maze games weren't either, but Ladybug for the ColecoVision.
I love Ladybug.
Awesome game on there. You had the gates and everything that changed things up that Pac-Man didn't do. You ate the flowers or the dots. You could get the special to get a special bonus screen. Just really fun game, and really getting back into it again. Having fun with this one.
It's a good port for sure.
Oh, you got to stretch it out. We're at 22 minutes.
Oh gosh, start talking
3.
filthy. Can I talk filthy here? Ladybug, let me tell you something.
Yeah, but if you start doing that, we'll never get off the show.
You can't beat them.
I don't know what else to say about it. I'm not usually in the maze games, and it's one of my favorites. Now, what didn't make my list, but I also love on there is Mousetrap. Mousetrap is another very fun maze game.
You know what? I just realized we don't forget we got to do our least favorite.
Yes.
So that'll get us a little time, and we can talk a little bit about that. I don't know what to pick for that.
Yeah,
I have a couple runner-ups here, but I don't have any least favorites. So.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay,
I don't
but
know.
I wanted to respond to what Poe said. He said that he doesn't like maze games, but he loves Ladybug. I am the exact same way. I'm not a big Pac-Man fan. I'm not a big Lock and Chase. Like Lock and Chase is all right, but there's something about Ladybug. It is by far my favorite of the maze games. I don't know what it is about Ladybug specifically, even compared to like Mousetrap. I think the reason I'm not as big a fan of Mousetrap on the ColecoVision is because you got to it's the overlay and the different colors, things. But yeah, I love Ladybug.
Good choice. Good choice. Now, spoiler alert: the games, my top 5, they're all ports, every one of them. And like we said before, the ColecoVision is one of those systems that basically was made for this. It just was a great console to do that on. And I spent a lot of time in the arcades as a kid. Well, I'm saying arcades, but I played arcade games. I didn't have a lot of arcades around me, but I spent enough time on and played different games. And one of the games that I really enjoyed playing in the arcade was Galaxian.
Okay.
And this is a really good version. Let me see here. The sounds and the gameplay are very close to the arcade version. And I played the arcade version a lot as a kid, and there was nothing on the 2600 that could ever come close to this at the time. So this
just with the colors and like Paul was saying, like how vibrant they are too.
Right. I think is there 10 or 11 rows or columns? You can't really do that on a 2600, I don't think. So
Mr. Baseman says that you're old school. You have Jacks in your top 5. Your number 1 is tic-tac-toe.
I hated Jacks, but we had
Jacks were fun.
And actually
marbles too.
Mr.
Like
Baseman is telling us that the B is silent, so he's Mr. Aceman.
Yeah,
because we're not going to say the other thing because Phil's PG.
You don't Jacks, but the creator of Dragonfire said that was based on Jacks, that game. Yeah, you bounce the ball and then
up and okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. maybe why I don't like it too.
It's a hard
I'm
game.
not a
that's
big
for
fan of
sure.
Dragonfire, if I'm being honest.
You know what? I look, the dragon stage is fun. I just
Yes.
hate the bridge stage.
Yeah. So
Because I'll
unfair.
always get right to the end, and then you get like an arrow to the face. It's like, come on.
Yeah, yeah. But
I was an
it's
adventurer,
kind of
and I
random.
took an arrow to the knee.
I can't believe it is. We're only 25 minutes in, and we're on.
Yeah, I think we're just going to be done at 8:30.
Mr.
Well, you know, that's
Poestyle-
all right. That's okay.
Mr.
all right.
Poestyle isn't talking enough. He's supposed to be talking for him and
Oh, it's just one of those days, man. I got up before 4 a.m. I didn't sleep well. It was 8 degrees out. I tried to drive down the road without scraping the windshield, and when I hit a street light, man, I couldn't see anything. It just lit up. So I'm like, all right, I'll pull over and actually get out and take care of the windshield. So it's a long day.
Mr. Baseman says, take him back to the 1980 Pizza Hut with a Galaxian cocktail.
Ooh.
I remember when Pizza Hut was like, you'd get the little button from school, or the little coupon thing from school for a small personal pan. There'd be the arcade there. They'd have that, man.
And I remember them having Bucky O'Hare at ours. And just the smells, man. I can smell it when you walked into Pizza Hut and you wait to be seated.
Pizza smell mixed with the cigarette smoke. Oh,
awesome. Delicious.
Those were the days.
Every pizza is a smoked pizza.
Even more so for me, because we started going to a place where I was introduced to a lot of arcade cabinets. It was Patrick's Pub. The guy worked with my dad, but owned this pub, Irish pub. And every Friday we would go there for pizza, cigarette smoke, and Mr. Dew's Castle or Cubert.
Yeah.
See, I didn't have anything like that really close to me. I had a racquetball court like a half mile down the road, and we didn't we had bikes, but we didn't have cars or whatever.
And your dad was using the wagon,
the horse and buggy.
Yeah.
But anyway, but they only had one cabinet at a time. They only had one. The very first cabinet they ever had was Space Invaders, and then they upgraded to Asteroids, and then Missile Command, and then I kind of quit going
Jeremiah,
there.
what is it with Americans thinking that Canada is like this, 30 years behind? We're just as current as you are. Yes, we had Pizza Hut in Canada.
Maybe it's just restaurant chains, because when you said it, I was thinking, wait, Canada had Pizza Hut? I thought that was all American, like hot dogs and apple pie.
we have had Pizza Hut ever since I can remember.
Well, and let me clarify, too. We can't say American because it's all America. U.S. is what we're saying.
Yeah, right.
It is.
Right. We're all North American.
If there's something in Sao Paulo, it's American.
Right.
Very true. All right, number 2.
All right, number 2. So this one I was saying to Phil, it's the last game he streamed on his channel. If you go and watch his last live stream on the channel, he was playing.
They made Beat 'em and Eat 'em for
Pepper 2. No,
Love
unfortunately,
Pepper
there's no
2,
Beat 'em
man.
and Eat 'em. At least not original release for the ColecoVision. Yeah, Canadians don't live in igloos. I am in shock. Pepper 2 is awesome. I mean, Pepper 2's a really basic game, to be fair. You just encircle the different things. It's got kind of like exits on each side, so you're going to each different grid and trying to complete them. You don't have to complete them in one go. So like you can complete half of one and then move to the other one, complete half of that, come back, complete the other half. It is simple, pure early arcade fun.
It's one of those maze games, like, it has certain aspects to it. Like, down at the bottom left, there's a legend there, and you can. It tells you when you've completed either maze 1, 2, 3, or 4. So you know which ones you've done, and you know which ones you haven't by looking down there. And then when you're playing the game, you have to be careful with your controller. So once you start moving, the best technique that I have found is to let up on the on the joystick,
on the
so you're
joystick.
not moving in that direction anymore because it'll stop at the very next intersection. So and then it'll give you a better control on and just make you make better decisions is what I'm trying to say.
Justin is saying this is basically Amadar. Again, I would disagree. I think this is way better than Amadar.
I don't like
yeah,
Amadar
better, but
like
very similar and almost a.
I mean, you're still
really,
trying to circle.
Yeah, almost a kicks type feeling to it as well, but not quite.
But like I would put this on the level of like Ladybug versus Pac-Man. And I think Ladybug's is 10 times the game that Pac-Man is.
Yep.
The sounds also are really good in this game. And by the way, we didn't talk about the sounds. The sounds are really good.
Yeah. So. Mr. Baseman asks if Canada has B&E. There's a long, cold winter here in Canada. There's really nothing else to do, man. That's why like every all of my children, me and most of my brothers, we're all born in the fall because that's what Canadians are doing in the winter.
My kids were both born in March, so could you guess what my birthday present was in July? Oh, thank you.
Well, when you only get it once a year, you got to make it count.
PG. That was PG.
Yeah. You only get a birthday once a year.
Right, exactly.
We do anything to fill time on this show.
I'm going to respond to this. I don't know if anybody has. Well, actually, no. I know that nobody has it as their number one. But I actually do really like Smurfs, Gargamel's Castle. Once you get your head, so there's a channel that I follow. They were part of the YouTuber of the Month competition last year, the Original Masters. And to Paul's eternal shame, he failed a challenge to beat Smurfs three rounds in 30 minutes. But that's because he didn't know how to jump. He thought it was like you press up and then you have to like press diagonal. And he just kept crashing into the fences over and over and over again. I think he got like one thing through it. Once you understand how to play it, it's not a difficult game, especially if you're playing with like a modern D-pad. I quite like Smurfs, but it is not my number one.
And there are people out there that make controllers that instead of the up to jump, they've added another button for games like Smurf.
Yeah. I've never liked up to jump in any kind of platformer.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of terrible. They're good platformers on the ColecoVision. I mean, of course you had the Pitfall games, but Smurf and Cabbage Patch Kids, the whole park, it was a fun game.
Yeah.
It was Pitfall with dolls.
Poe, Jeremiah is impressed with your frequency.
Guilt. That's how. Once a year. It's my birthday.
You need the plans to do a trench run. Just watching Phil. His hat's getting lower and lower.
we can't seem to get out of this rabbit hole.
At least it's a rabbit hole and not something else. See,
I didn't say that. See, there we go.
I'm on my best behavior. I'm a good boy.
All right, let's move on. Number 2, Poe. What you got, brother?
Number 2 for me, again, it's another space game. Surprise, surprise, and it's Space Fury. It's like Asteroids, only I think a lot cooler. You know, you have the whole alien at the beginning. On this game, the sounds are great. I love it just to hear the sounds on this game, the music and stuff. But you have the alien at the beginning that's talking smack to you a little bit there. And instead of asteroids, you have these different ships. And if you don't shoot them right away, they'll kind of cluster together. So they get bigger. So that's different than asteroids. And then after you beat a wave, you can join the motherships or whatever, you know, to power up. So you might have like triple shooters or shooting opposite directions and stuff like that. Really cool. Really cool. I love that. So I was playing a lot of it here this weekend when I had a chance. And I think it's really cool. And I looked it up, and they were saying that it was the first color vector arcade cabinet back in the day. So I thought that was pretty interesting too.
I didn't know that, but that's cool. Yeah, Space Fury is a great game.
Yep. Good choice.
I do want to point out that unfortunately, Mike the Gaming Road Warrior seems to have had a stroke because he says he wasn't a fan of the remote.
Mike,
I don't know what that's about.
We only say that on Casey's channel.
Yeah. Here, if anybody says it, I have the power to kick them.
I love Casey, but I am feeling a little regret for something that I typed out for him to read and kind of trick him on his show last night. But
I can't believe that.
I did isolate the video. It may be used in a future video. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
I almost uploaded it to StreamYard to play it because he played that AI of Michelle blowing a kiss at the screen.
Yeah, I even showed it to a guy at work and I explained it to him, and he just, that's a joke from the 80s. I remember my buddy pulling that on me for the first time.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Right.
In elementary school. Hey, spell this. Fun fact, like we're pretty raunchy sometimes in our little group chat. But the only thing I think that was ever said that might get us canceled actually came from Phil, and it was one of those like, spell this out and pronounce it.
That was one that Poe. This is why Mike won't let me do the chat. Because if I don't pay attention, I'll just Poe put something, I'll put it on the screen, regardless of what it actually is. It's like, and then by the time you guys see it, it's way too late to, you can't unring the bell.
Well, seeing it pulled up on the screen is one thing, but when you know that Casey reads almost every one of the chats, I knew I had to do it. And PJ Smith was right there. He caught it immediately.
One of my favorites, like last night, even like Casey was reading the chat and he goes, a lot of fellatio. He didn't know how to pronounce fellatio.
And he caught that. He said that he was never going to hear the end of it if he didn't say that right.
Yeah. Jolt asked, did Todd Fry do any ColecoVision games? I do not believe he did. He was a 2600 programmer, and then he went to some other stuff, but I don't think he ever did.
If he did, it probably would be my least favorite.
Don't talk smack about my man Todd Fry.
Oh,
he was the only one at Atari who even probably could have done Pac-Man at that point in time. So
did my Chris Farley. I want Todd Fry. I want Todd Fry. Me and Todd Fry at the Gardens.
And that's why you'll never get Todd Fry.
Honestly, if he agreed to come here, I would be very respectful. But I would definitely make it
he wouldn't
entertaining.
Agree to come. We'd have to kick you in order to have Todd Fry on.
I muted myself because, of course, there's fire whistles going like they always do. But have you watched his interviews on Atari 50? The newest one's Todd Fry. He just seems like the grumpiest curmudgeon that you've ever seen these days. It's just like, yeah, I made it. So what?
But yeah, he's just very apathetic about the whole thing, which ticks me off.
I have spoiler alert. Here, I can actually show you. I've got pages upon pages upon pages of notes from different interviews that he's done over the years. And I am working on a documentary on this whole thing to hopefully make everybody who harassed that man over the last 30 or so years of the internet, when everybody was like, oh, you didn't like Pac-Man? I didn't like Pac-Man either. Therefore, it must be the worst ever. Let's constantly, like, whenever you see him at an event, tell him that you don't like Pac-Man. It's like, I don't blame him for being a curmudgeon these days.
Oh, yeah, and I never thought about it like that until you said it. That would, eventually you get to the point where I'm over it. I'm done with it. You know what? Screw you guys. Now that you say that, I'm surprised he actually did that. little interview there.
Maybe. I mean, he did make a lot of money off the royalties of Pac-Man.
Howard Scott Warshaw he turned it into a whole thing, right? Everybody told him or E.T. was the worst game ever, and he's like, "Hey, I made the game Crash happen."
Neither
I
one
love
of
his
those
book
games
so
But
much.
here's the thing.
Crash.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You look at Howard Scott Warshaw, and he channeled that. He left the gaming industry to become a psychotherapist or a psychiatrist or something. That should tell you something about. Anyhow, we are getting way off track.
Yeah,
Well, that's okay. We were trying to.
Oh yeah, we are successfully doing that. I appreciate.
Yeah,
that's a different motion there.
I haven't even done right. All right, so
come on!
you...
Wait. Okay,
wait.
Jeremiah, what do you mean I'm not allowed to choose Victory as my worst game? Victory is a broken game. I've got a different one. Fine, you win.
All right. So, number 2 on my list is Donkey Kong. This is a really good port.
Yeah.
It's not arcade perfect, but it is so close.
It does baffle me how they're still missing a stage.
Yeah, and I don't know why they did that, but it doesn't take away anything from me because I don't remember ever really getting to the pie stage very much anyway. In the arcade.
They skipped it on the NES version. Somebody had a reasoning for that. I saw somewhere something about the pie and the animations of the pie or whatever. I don't know what the real excuse was, but they did the same thing with Donkey Kong Jr. Right? They didn't have the Spark stage on there.
Yeah. And it doesn't like okay. I mean, I can understand for ColecoVision, but like the NES version doesn't have that stage,
right?
And that's Nintendo doing a Nintendo game. Like, put your own stages in it. Yeah. But this is an excellent version. If you only had consoles in this era of gaming, this was the Donkey Kong you wanted.
Yep.
Well, and remember, we think of Nintendo as, it came out in 85, came out everywhere in 86, but that was the launch title in 83 for the Famicom, so back around the same time. So I don't think they changed anything between the Famicom release and the NES release.
Yeah, and it is probably like ROM size issues. They were trying to put it on a smaller cart, and nobody else had that stage, so why do we need to? But
it would have been
nice.
For me, the Donkey Kong was one of those games back in the day that was in every arcade. You know, you knew that if you went to an arcade or anywhere where there were a number of cabinets, that this would be in there. And so I played it a lot. I did. I played it a lot. I was bad at it a lot, but I played it a lot.
Well, you guys, I think both of you have watched me play Donkey Kong, and I'm not the best at it, but I'm certainly not the best at it. I'm better than I used to be now that I got the OG Hugo controller.
I saw you playing the Intellivision version, the newer one, D2 arcade, but DK arcade. Yeah, you did pretty good, I thought. After a while, you start getting the hang of it.
Yeah, after a while, you start getting hang. But if you recall, I died. Like got game over on this screen like twice before I got to that point. Yeah. Jeremiah Thomas does make a good point, though. The Atari 8-bit computer version was the best version. It had it actually had that other stage. So the Pie Factory.
We may be doing a top 5 Atari 8-bit at some point. They had some really good games back in the day.
We should, because people in the comments wanted us to talk about the games, and I remember that one was going long, and we didn't talk much about the games. So I think we owe the audience a follow-up episode where we'll
put that on the list. We'll put that on the list. So all right. We are at number 1. So let's do our number 1s, and then once we get all of that out of the way, we'll try. I'm glad I'm last on this because I don't know what I'm going to pick. I have no idea. I have to look.
All right. So my number 1, again, if you know me, this should probably not be any surprise to anybody, but it was actually on somebody's list already, and that is Ladybug.
Yeah.
I adore Ladybug. I probably I love Frogger. I probably love Ladybug more. There's depth to it that you might not initially understand. Like you've got the gates, which, man, the gate, especially if you set it up so that you basically trap all the bugs in one space. I love doing that. But like those hearts, you want to pick them up when they're blue so that they give you the point multipliers, and you want to do that first. Then you want to pick up all the letters for the special and the extra, because they can either take you to a bonus stage or give you an extra life. And if you play long enough, and really you kind of have to do it intentionally, but if you play long enough and let all the bugs come out, then there's a bonus fruit or vegetable in the nest that you can then pick up, and that's big points. My favorite maze game, probably of all time, Ladybug. I mean, I really can't say much more great things about Ladybug, and this is, of the original releases, the best version. Champ Games has an awesome version on the 2600. That's probably my second favorite. And then third would be like the Intellivision version is awesome of this too. They're just all like, there is not a bad Ladybug.
Well, if I remember right, we tried to put the Intellivision version in the Retro Bliss Ninja competition, and we had to stop because you found out that there was a
no. That was Venture.
Oh, it was Venture. You know what?
I have a Retro Bliss Ninja contest card with Ladybug on it. I beat Casey.
I wasn't sure. I can't remember half the time. But I will say, I'm not. It's not in my list, but I think Venture deserves an honorable mention.
Venture's a good game. I find Venture to get very repetitive. I can loop that game over and over and over.
Yeah, I still like it though.
It is still fun. I totally agree with you.
And wasn't there a guy named Winky in it? So that's hilarious on its own.
Did Mario Brothers get a ColecoVision port? Poe, I'll let you answer this one.
Mario Brothers, I think, got a homebrew port.
Yeah, it did not have an original.
Yeah, that I totally missed out on. Dang that. But I see it sometimes listed for huge prices on a red cartridge. I'd love to have that.
So Andy author here, he's been posting, what his top 5 is throughout the chat. His number 1 is Zaxxon.
And that's a lot of people's.
A lot of people. OG, it's like OG and television people. One of their top 5s is always Astro Smash. I don't particularly like Astro Smash, but I have no nostalgia for it. It's just, and I am the same way. Like OG ColecoVision folks, Zaxxon quite often is a number 1 game for them.
Yeah.
I've never liked Zaxxon. I've never liked it.
I wasn't a huge fan because of the isometric, but if you think about it, I think that was another launch title for the ColecoVision, so that probably just blew everybody away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right. That's a good number 1. I like it. All right, Poe.
Well, my number 1, I couldn't find my cartridge. I looked everywhere. I tore everything up down there.
See, I've gotten lazy now. I used to bring the cartridges to show.
Yeah.
I just showed somebody else's YouTube clip.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know. Yeah, Gyrus. I love that. It had great music on there. I think the control, even with the ColecoVision controller, it works out well on there. You got power-ups on there. The music, man, that's what that game's all about, right? You're shooting, you're going around like a Tempest type action, and it plays really smoothly on the ColecoVision. So right now, that's my number 1, and I know everybody's surprised it wasn't Popeye or it wasn't Hero. I do love those games, but I don't think that ColecoVision had the best version of Popeye on there.
It is shocking to me that Popeye didn't even make your list.
Yeah, and Popeye and Hero are my favorite 2600 games, but it didn't make it this time. At least right now. Right now, these are the games that I plan on playing.
You're letting down your fans.
Well, he's been practicing with the opcode version for the 7800, and that's probably the best port out there.
Yeah.
And it's the ColecoVision version just doesn't hold a candle to it.
Right.
So I understand why it's not on Poe's list, even though I know he has a passion for the game in general. But as far as versions are concerned, it's not his favorite version.
Yeah,
I'm just teasing.
So many different ports of it for everything, and just I'm definitely going towards 7800 version.
Okay, well, I'm not mad at you. I like it. All right, so my number one has been mentioned, and Mike probably, I think he knew already.
I did know already.
It would be Pepper 2, for a lot of the reasons why it was on Mike's list earlier. I just thoroughly enjoy this game. It's just so much fun. Like I said, you have the legend down at the bottom. It tells you what maze you're in. And then just the mechanics of the game, trying to figure it out. The sounds of the game. You can really rack up points quick too. I've played the arcade version. I had played this version first. And I found that when I went to the arcade version, that I actually always go back to the ColecoVision version. I like it better for some reason. I don't know why.
I can definitely see that. It's the same way that a lot of people say they prefer Space Invaders on the 2600 to the arcade. Like this is an excellent version of Pepper 2.
I love it. I've streamed it I don't know how many times on my channel. It's just, if you do a Pepper 2 search on my channel, you'll see a number of live streams. So number one.
That was your number one, and I think that is a great number one. I will say there's a couple honorable mentions on my list.
Yes.
One of them is Antarctic Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
And the other one's getting a lot of mention in the chat. Gyrus.
I'm a big Gyrus guy too.
My favorite, even more than the arcade, is the NES. Version of Gyrus. That is my game. I am quite good at it. But and it's one of those games like you play 2 or 3 bad games and then you have a game where you get like 900,000 points. But love Gyrus.
Poe can't get past Uranus though.
No, I try to get to Uranus all the time and it just doesn't happen.
When he gets there, he just doesn't want to leave.
I don't want to live there. I want to go to Uranus. My honorable mentions I brought out here, but Gateway to Apshai. If you like things like what is it, D&D Cloudy Mountain, or it's to me it's a lot like that. So that's a fun game. Oil's Well. I was really addicted to this when I first got my ColecoVision. It's a lot like Anteater Aardvark. Same type of deal with that game. And then, of course, I saw it mentioned earlier, Miner 2049er. That's always fun, for a quick play.
It's one of those games where you really got to get used to that jumping mechanic. Because because you got to position yourself in the right spot so he lands in the right spot. Otherwise,
or you're done, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, Hero and Popeye. I'll play those on many things. So. Jungle Hunt was also a good port on the ColecoVision. So
Justin here mentioned something that's actually a really good point. Looking at these early Konami games, even the Konami game, some of the Konami games that were on the 2600, you can see hints of future greatness. Konami, in the NES and SNES era, they were kings. Konami and Capcom, they may not have always been the best game, but you knew you were getting something quality when you picked up a Konami box, and that was certainly no different on the ColecoVision.
Right.
Well, my honorable mentions are Pac-Man and Tapper.
Oh, Tapper, yes.
Root
Tapper
beer
is
Tapper.
really good on that.
Yeah. They weren't mentioned, and those didn't make my top 5, but they're good. They're good ports. They're really good ports, and I think those are worth looking into. If you've never played Pac-Man or Tapper on the ColecoVision, you definitely would want to do that. So, but
all right,
this is now I only want one. I only want one from each one of you guys. Okay. What is your worst, least favorite game on the ColecoVision?
Apparently, saying victory is cheating. So I picked something that I did mention earlier. I wanted to love this game so bad. So bad. It uses my favorite ColecoVision accessory. But holy hell, is this game a steaming pile. And it's Dukes of Hazzard. I'm sorry, guys. I know this has a following. I know I'm going to upset some ColecoVision fans. But this, like, Boss Hog catches me so damn quick.
Yes.
Every single game. It's like, you could see, like, it is impressive for what it attempts to do.
Mm.
And I think that might be part of its hindrance. This guy's playing it well. I don't know, like, maybe this is AI playing it. I've never played Dukes of Hazzard this well. I have a friend and he keeps bugging me to come over and play Dukes of Hazzard on the ColecoVision because I do the retro game thing, but I'm a member of Hollywood on Wheels. I have a Jurassic Park Jeep. He has the Dukes of Hazzard General Lee.
Nice.
And he even has the air horn. You go in there and it will do. It's not like a pre-recorded speaker thing. It's an actual air horn that does the he'll come and pull it. And I had to tell him, like, because every time he'd pick me up and we're going to go for a drive or something, like, when you get in front of my house, don't play the horn.
It's like don't think of a pink elephant.
It's well, and like there's nothing wrong with the horn. But I do understand that in 2025 or like even back in like 2020, he it's not the same kind of lighthearted sign of rebellion as opposed to, other things that it used to be. And it's far more associated with those other bad things. So maybe don't, like when we're at Toronto Prop Expo where he'd bring it, by all means, show people the horn and all that. People know the context of that. But Dukes of Hazzard now, at least, especially up here, and I would imagine in a lot of northern states, most kids have no idea, and so they're just going to see this. It's Whistling Dixie, and it has the flag on top there, and they're not going to be like, "Oh, that was a fun show in the '80s." So. But anyhow,
it's so culturally inappropriate now too, with the Confederate
and he
flag
does
on
have
top.
He does have. Well, and here's the thing: that flag was never the flag of the Confederacy. That is something that a lot of people don't seem to realize. But it does have connotations, and so he does have big orange sheet magnets that he'll put on top there if somebody asks him to. But like what that car represents is the show.
Yes.
Yep.
And it is what it is.
And that's what I have to say about the game. When I first played it with that steering wheel, I'm driving the General Lee. I don't care if this game stinks or not. I'm driving the General Lee finally.
And I do
40 years later.
I do use the wheel. I do use the wheel.
All right. Yeah, I don't think I'd like that game either. It's not on my list.
I definitely would, like, if you've got a wheel, I would definitely recommend trying it. It is worth trying for the experience. But it's not a game that you're going to go back to.
Yeah, and they were supposed to make a Knight Rider game for that wheel too. And I think there might be a prototype out there, but they never.
Another one of our members of Hollywood on Wheels has Kit.
Nice.
Awesome. It's got like the voices and everything.
Oh,
And
that's
actually,
sweet.
they met. I forget the gentleman's name, but they met Mr. Feeney at an event, and they actually got him to record like the owner of the cart, like it's Bastion and Aggie. But he's like, "Hello, Bastion and Aggie," and in the kid
that's
voice.
awesome.
Even
That
though
is
he's
awesome.
like 90 something now, but
Right.
they put that in so when they get in the car, Kit actually says hello to them. It's
And I
pretty
know
cool.
who Mr. Feeney is, but I never watched that show. I was older by then. But
That's just what I know him as, right?
All right, Poe. Your
least favorite is gonna be a hard one. That's what she said. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that one anymore. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that one. It's had its day, I think.
I don't know if I mean, I played a few.
We've got a DeLorean too, Jeremiah.
Didn't own, and right off the bat, without an instruction manual, what is it called? Is it Dam Busters or something like that? It's
okay.
Yeah, just by putting that on without knowing and not having an instruction manual, I turned it off right away. So I can say that. I don't really know what my least favorite would be, but of the ones I was going through this weekend,
there are a lot of games. There are a lot of games that I think get a really bad rap because they require instructions. Like for example, like Space Shuttle that I streamed last Saturday. I had been holding off, like that game intimidated the crap out of me. I've been holding off playing it for years and years and years. It is probably, I'd have to look again, but probably a top 5 Activision game for me now. It's awesome. But it's one it requires the investment of time to learn how to play it.
Yeah. And then there are also educational games on the ColecoVision.
Yeah.
Math games and stuff. It wouldn't be my favorite. One that I do have, and I had to get it because a mom and pop's store had it sitting there. I have the brain strainers, and you gotta love this packaging for this. It's like what old audio cassettes are, almost a VHS tape or something, only bigger.
That looks like it looks like the Disney white box.
Yeah, you just open it up. There's your game and your instructions, but it's educational. But I saw it. It's in beautiful shape. This was years ago. I picked it up. So, but that could be my least favorite. I think I did pop it in to try it at the time, and I don't want to learn anything when I'm playing a console.
I don't mind learning things in my games, but when it's like when it's like very thinly veiled, it's like basic math on the 2600. It's like,
there you go.
A game. This is just math.
But listen, one that I kicked myself about was at junior high. Okay, the year after I got my NES, a guy came into shop class and he's his grandmother bought him Donkey Kong Jr. Math. And he's like, who wants this thing? And I didn't want to be rude. He said, hey, you can borrow it and then let me know and then pay for it. So I borrowed Donkey Kong Jr. Math just to make him happy. Brought it back the next day. And I'm like, oh, yeah, my mom said I can't buy this from you. And now all these years later, like the price is up there. I'm like, I should have bought the stupid thing.
You were going to say something, Phil.
What's that?
You were going to say something.
Oh, I was going to admit, you were talking about using the console as a computer. When I was a kid, computer, what's that?
Right.
The 800 XL was my first computer, and it came out after I had the 2600 for a number of years, and I never thought of
you were like 48 when that came out.
I was what?
You were like 48 when that came out.
Not far off. I'm telling you, I'm the old guy here for sure. I don't know if we've had any. I think Gen X grown up is still younger than me. So,
Sean, the Gen X grown up. See, Casey, I got your back, buddy. Got your back.
Sean, the Gen X. Hey, I screwed up the 7800 Pro Gamer. Trust me, I know how that is. It wasn't intentional. And so Corey shouldn't be too offended. Thank you very much, Rick Chaos. I can't see which channel that's on, but whatever channel it's on, thank you very much.
Chaos.
All right. So my number one, and you guys will be like, what? It's burger time. The hit detection is horrible.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's horrible. It's unplayable. I cannot play this version. It's just the hit detection is so bad that it's so frustrating. It's like, you know what? I'm done. I'd almost rather play the original 2600 version of Burger Time over this. That's how bad it is.
Yeah. In television, Burger Time is where it's at.
Graphically, it looks good.
Yes, the television.
They mastered the controls on that. It's forgiving.
That was another one of my first loves in the arcade was Burger Time. And it was disappointing on most everything. But once I got that in television version like 10 years ago, I'm like, wow, it might not look the greatest. I think that the disc works great for that game. So I love it on the television.
Casey, the Intellivision gamer, of course, he might be a little biased,
Corey.
but a lot of people feel the same way. They prefer that version. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Corky.
He's got a whole pile of names now. He will never live that down.
All right.
In the same way,
I feel bad enough about what I did yesterday. I apologize, Corky. I didn't mean it.
And if you're a fan of that Intellivision thing, Super Chef BT, I think, is a free ROM download. So that it's the same Burger Time mechanics, just it gives you a whole pile, like a ton of different levels.
It's a good.
What's the other one? It's Chaotic Grill. Is that what it's called?
That's for the
2600 from. It's a
I'm gonna have to check that.
That took some fixing. When that was a free ROM on Atari Age, the version that they had, there were issues with it as well, but they fixed them.
This is Champ Games. Of course they fixed it. They're not going to release a game that has issues.
And it's got the high score.
And it's not even and the version of Chaotic Grill that you're talking about, it wasn't even a finished game at that point.
It wasn't, but it sat out there for years. It was like 2 or 3 years before we heard anything more about it. And then as soon as John announced it, I contacted John. I said, John, did they fix this? And he said,
and
I talked to John. I talked to John at PRGE, and he's like, Phil asked me if it fixes. Of course we fixed it.
And the other version that I bought from Atari Age that I still haven't tried yet is the Beef Drop. I know that's an older game, but I bought it for the 7800 during the last chance. There's a 5200
version of that as well. Both are good.
Before you do the wrap up, obviously there's a question here. We're not really going to cover it, but the one thing I will say is, yes, we've seen that Zero Page Homebrew is closing up shop. I saw James at PRGE, gave me a sticker. We got a picture together. James is a great guy who has done a lot of stuff over the years for the homebrew community.
Man, so much.
And I know there are people who are not fans of what he did, of how he did it and all that. But the fact that he did it at all, that should be celebrated. And I hope he's doing well. We don't know why, and we may never know why. But
he's going to leave. He's leaving a void. This is a big void because everybody, his threads on Atari Age regarding new games is iconic. I mean, you can go back to every year, and there'll be a list of all the new games. And he was on it. And I've picked up a lot of great games just by going to that thread. And that thread is in danger of probably not being updated or added to anymore, which, like I said, that's going to leave a huge void.
Huge gap.
I know for me, I'm a member of an Atari homebrew group on Facebook by Scott Dayton, and he posts new stuff on there a lot, but everybody that made anything sent it
You saw it
James's
first
way.
on Zero Page Homebrew. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really the hot ticket right there. And so I don't know what we're going to do as far as getting our information. Like you say, we may never know, but James has been on this show, and he is more than welcome to come back. We can talk just to celebrate what he has done. We don't have to necessarily talk about what has transpired and why it has transpired, but it's a big void, and I know that the homebrew community in general, content creators like myself and Mike and Poe, we all have appreciated what James has done, and
Absolutely.
I don't know how we can convey that. It's just we're in awe of what he has done, and him not doing it anymore is a big void, and I don't know where we go from here as a community, because he was kind of the homebrew guy. A lot of the games I have, they credit James in their games, because they send games to him and he checks them out, and he gives them input and whatnot. And he actually has, I think, one or two of his own home brews. So I don't know, but anyway, James, we're gonna miss you, man. And like I said, you're more than welcome to be on the show here. We'd love to have you to celebrate your accomplishments and what you've done for the homebrew community. So,
and what I will say too is that, like, I think it was like 8 years that he was doing that thing, and he was probably involved, like me, long before my channel. I was involved in homebrew, but and he was probably the same. But it especially the way that he did it, where like he'd stream for like 5 hours, and that would be like, and he'd cover a whole pile of games. I know just from the emails that I get, he was probably doing this way more than you think he was. It is a lot of work. So yeah,
ton of work.
We hope everything's all right with him, and hopefully everything's all right. But the announcement is, Andy, that Zero Page Homebrew was closing up shop. So that means no more Atari Age Homebrew Awards. He's not updating the homebrew list anymore, and the show is ending. So it is a big void in the community for sure.
We'll find out where we go from here eventually, but right now we're all just kind of in a shock stage right now. Yeah. So, but the community will move on. Homebrews will still be made, and they'll be sold, and there'll be content creators who are programmers who make them Atari A's like they have for years. So,
Tony makes a great point. We thought we weren't going to hit a half an hour, and now we're 15 minutes over.
Yeah. Well, we
did a really good job.
Thanks, Brian. Okay. Well, with that, I think we're just going to go ahead and sign off. But I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate you being part of the Retro Bliss Rewind podcast. Stay tuned for our next one. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to have one next week or not, but if I don't have a Retro Bliss Rewind podcast, there will be something. There will be something. So just make sure you're subscribed, turn on your notifications and all that fun stuff. So with that, you guys have an awesome day. Thank you so much for being part of the Retro Bliss Rewind podcast. And we'll see you next time.